The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, as we are in Jal, New Mexico for another district game between Powerhouse, I believe they're number one in the district, Eunice Cardinals, as they take on the host, the Jal Panthers. This is Ron Gunder. Thanks for being here on this nice Saturday. And, of course, it's not as windy as it usually is on this on a Saturday, but for baseball it seems like it has to be at least cooled, if not windy. And it is a little windy and cool. But the sun is out. Don't see a whole lot of clouds to slow things down as far as the heat goes. So maybe it'll be perfect weather for baseball. If you're playing, if you're watching, you may have to bundle up just a little bit. But nevertheless, so we are about to get underway in just a few minutes. And let's go ahead and talk about these teams. Starting off with the Redbirds, known as the Eunice Cardinals. 16-1 is their record. 5-0 is what they have in district. They've got a 16-game winning streak. Makes you wonder what happened in the first game. I know Jimmy has talked about it for those Eunice Cardinal fans out there, so they know what's going on with their team. But they have not slowed down since 16-game winning streak, and they are, again, number one in the state. So starting off, as we know, for the Cardinal fans, they know that it's going to be Isaac Morales who's going to be starting off the batting. He'll be playing at left field. Julian DeLone is going to be catching today. He'll be batting second. Number 3 will be Randy Gallegos, and he'll be at second base. Some of these guys have some really good numbers. We'll talk about that, of course, as it happens. But Ethan Wilson's coming up next. He'll be batting fourth. He'll be at right field for the tall kid. Luis Zamora, shortstop. He'll be fifth in line for the batting. Sixth will be Andres Serrano. He'll be at third base. Carlos Armendariz is going to be at first base. He'll be batting seventh. Eighth will be Tyson Jones. He'll be the designated hitter. Followed by Aiden Baeza. He'll be at center field. Gotta love allergies. And then Elijah Melicone will be the pitcher today. He is doing some outstanding work out there. Didn't see his win-loss record, but he does have a .52 on the ERA. That means he does not get hit. If he does, it's very rare that he allows a run to come across. But nevertheless, though, this is the lineup for Eunice. Let's go ahead and go to the other side to Jal, who is winless so far this season. Let's see if I can get them. So I mess up my little setup, but I think it's important to get them right now. As first up will be Ben Moody. Moody will be batting first and will be playing at second base. Oh, that's right. I was going to talk about how young this team is. Of course, Moody is a freshman. Looks like we're about to get underway as again usual, or as par for the course. We get started ahead of the schedule. Probably about 1 more minute will be underway. So let's go ahead and continue with the lineup with Trip Helmer going batting second. He'll be at shortstop. It'll be Fernando Sauceda, going to be playing at third base. Jayton Butts will be catching, batting fourth. Batting fifth will be Isaac Salinas. He'll be pitching, followed by Zaid Lindman. He'll be at center field. He'll be batting next, along with Miguel Ramirez, who is going to be playing left field. And then it'll be Caranaza. I'm going to have to get on that one, and that is going to be right field. He is a new player. And Xavier Villa is going to be at first base. Let's fix this camera. Thank everybody again on all the sponsors for whom we would not be able to put these on the air. Like I said, we're about to get underway here in just a moment. Thank you very much for being here on this nice Saturday. Could be out there doing some sightseeing, some yard sale looking. There's a lot of things you'd be doing out there, having lunch or just watching a baseball game like some of them are right now. Got an update for you right now. It is the softball update for Eunice versus Loving. Loving's up on the top of the second right now, so 1 inning in. The Lady Falcons 3, Eunice Lady Cardinals 0. So let's get into it as the first batter comes up in just a moment. And that will be Isaac Morales. Isaac's hitting .386 so far this season. Nicely done for him as he gets into the batter's box here in a moment. And we're going to get underway. Saw the this Cardinals team and the Cardinal Classic with Jimmy. And Jimmy, of course, is always colorful and never had a loss for words. Here we go with the first pitch. Goes high, ball 1. There we go. So once again, on the mound to pitch, that will be Isaac Salinas. That's going to be a strike as it was watched go by. So 1-1 is the count so far. Got the window open, so should be a little nicer view. That one's going to go across, still high, ball 2. So they've been off for a couple of days. It was Tuesday last time that Jal had played against Texaco. 24-3, I believe, was the final score on that one. Did not play the second game. It was forfeited. That one's going to go back for a foul. 2-2 is what we've got. So 2-2. First batter up on the top of the first. High, but had to get up and get that one, but Jayton was able to get there, and now the count is at full. So nice athletic move from the catcher. Throws low, bouncer actually, and it'll be a ball 4. So Morales will take his base. As next up will be Julian De Leon. De Leon has a .588 batting average. So these are this is one of the reasons why they're number 1, because they have some very highly qualified, skilled batters. So 1 on right now, no outs, top of the first. Are they going to steal first? Throw anyway, and it's going to be high. Nope, it's going to get there in time, but runner's already there. So steal to second was Morales with fleet of foot as he took off while the pitch was still in motion. And that one was a ball, so ball 1. Throws high again, ball 2. Takes off and is going to go ahead and steal third as well. Don't think really needed to do that, but he has the legs and he proved it. So runner on at third right now, no outs. 2-0 is the count. That one's going to go low for the ball 3. On this nice day, and can't see, I have to lean back to be able to see third base, but now I can see it with the setup the way it is. Swung on and missed. Nicely done. Strike 1. That's right. Count is now to 3-1. This thing does not want to work for today for some reason, so hopefully that'll be better as we get across ball 4. So runners on the corners right now. 2 walks have put runners on. And coming up next, another heavy hitter, Randy Gallegos. Randy's going to be playing second base as we get a pinch runner in there. That'll be, let's see, Haziel Gautier. So Haziel out there and first. He's going to go ahead and take off. He even took off before the pitch was started. Ball 1, and he is at second base. So runners at second and third respectively. 1-0 the count. That one's going to go, nope, didn't make it. I thought it was going to find the corner, but instead, just a bit outside, or low anyway, ball 2. So 2-0 the count, 2 on, no outs. Eunice, proving why they're number 1. That one's going to go across. Thought about a swing on that one. It was a little inside for Randy, and so he's going to take ball 3. Again, that's one of the reasons why you've got a 500 batting average. You're a little disciplined, and he showed it right there. Ethan Wilson's coming up next. He's got a 468 batting average. Here comes the pitch. A little high, ball 4. Going to walk and load the bases. It's a good thing that stealing home is not impossible, but it is difficult to do. Ethan Wilson coming up again. After that will be Luis Zamora. Wilson's playing right field today, at least for this first game. Swung on and missed. Nice cut, but misses everything. Strike 1. With 468, he doesn't miss too many either. 0-1 is the count right now. Full count, bases are loaded. And that one's high for a wild pitch. It's going to go back. He's going to try for it and slides in. Everybody's going to advance, and Morales will get the first score. So Wilson's still in the box. 1-1 is the count, and 1 run comes in. Now runners at second and third. That one goes across for the ball, ball 2. So it does open up first base. So that means if there happens to be a third strike and it's a drop, he could advance to first, but 1 step at a time. 2-1 goes to 3-1. Salinas just having trouble finding that zone so far. Has hit it a couple of times. 4 strikes so far for him. Gets that one, does find the corner for the strike. Strike 2. Full count now. Ethan Wilson. Coming up after Ethan once again is Lewis. Low. And that is going to be a walk. It took a moment to get everybody in on the same page, but it will be a walk. Third walk issued so far. We've got the bases loaded once again. And coming up next, once again, Luis Zamora. Zamora's hitting 365. First pitch is going to go across and hit him in the back, technically on the behind. That is going to advance a run. So bases loaded, no outs. 2-0 is the score. Coming up next is going to be Serrano. Serrano's hitting .348. So that advanced Haziel to home. First one's going to go across for the ball. So Serrano. Coming up next after that is going to be Armendariz. Serrano, 348 batting average. That one's going to hit him in the back, and that is going to be 2 batters in a row getting hit, and also 2 runs coming in for free. Gallegos coming in. So don't really want to give this team any more runs than you have to, but that is not going to help their cause. Armendariz coming up next. Carlos playing at first base. First pitch, going to go across, and it's going to find the zone for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Full bases loaded, and it is no outs. That one goes across, a little off for the ball, just a little bit outside. 1-1 for the count. Thank you very much again for being here on this Saturday. Or if you're watching afterwards, thank you very much for watching afterwards. Either way, right now, you know what the score is at the end. That one's going to get hit, and it's going to go to right field. It's going to go over the head and find its way to the warning track as 1 comes across. 2. The ball in the infield now, and that will be it. So 2 come across. So an 2 RBI double for Armendariz. Oops. Wrote that on the wrong one. There we go. As we get back into it, first one going to go across. That'll be for Tyson Jones, the designated hitter. And that will be ball 1. So let's see. I may have actually already done that. Ball. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Yep, that was right actually. So it is now 5-0. Runners at second and third. Jones on right now with a 1-1 count. That one gets high for ball 2. 2-1 the count right now. Base is not loaded, but it could be if Jones manages to get a walk. Had 2 batters already hit by pitch. And that is actually going to be a hit by pitch as well as it bounced into him. Wasn't trying to make it happen. That just is how it. I was talking about it at the time, so I will stop talking about being hitters being hit by pitch. Bases loaded, no outs. 5-0 is the score, and it is Aiden Baeza who is up next, playing at center. A little high on that one, and ball 1. Bad luck, bad timing, whatever it is. That'll be the last batter. You know what? I'm not going to even say the end of that one. I'm not going to finish it. No jinx here. So Aiden Baeza coming up next will be top of the order. That was hit back for the foul. Strike 1. Started early on this one, about 5 minutes early. And we're at the 1:10 mark almost. Delivered, swung on and missed. Strike 2. So Baeza is behind on the count. Could be a strikeout here. See if it works the other way as well. Runners on bases. They're going to take their lead as Baeza is ready in the box. It's going to go inside. Ball 2. Actually, it looks like we've got a run comes across. I think that was a balk. So 1-2. Yep, that's what it was. That wasn't a ball. That was a balk. So a runner comes in. That's going to be 6-0. That one goes across for the ball. So now it's 2-2. It does help when you have the window open. You can hear a little bit. Didn't hear exactly what happened, but piece it together and you get everybody advanced. Swung on, fouled, so it'll be a 2-2 count still. No change. So Baeza stays alive with a 2-2 count. Getting back into it. Here we go with delivery. Swung on and missed. That'll be a strike 3. The first strikeout of the game for Salinas. Out number 1. But 6 runs come across so far, and we're still in it. Top of the order now. That'll be Morales. Last time he was walked. Tried to crank that one, but instead held on to it, and ball 1. Again, these Cardinals, the big red birds, are disciplined. 386 is what he came in with on a batting average. That one's a dribbler. Will be ball 2. Panthers have had trouble with the pitching staff, but they've been continuing to try to work on it. Said fundamentals. That one's going to go across just a bit outside for ball 3. Some people have to walk before they run, but this team very young, so they have a few years to go to learn, to get better. Of course, some of the fans would like to see them get improved as soon as possible. That one's going to go across, and it will be wild pitch, but in time, and that will be an out. So the second out, and that one's going to be against, let's see. Saw number 6. I guess that was actually Carlos Armendariz, who had out number 2. In any case, Julian DeLeon is going to get in, as that was a walk. Right there for, and the runner's already at second for Isaac Morales. Count is now at 1-0. Low ball is going to bounce. It's going to find its way. Nobody's going to run on that one as it was instructed. So 2-0 for the count. I believe that's going to be the way it is for the rest of this game. But you never know. Sometimes they do take advantage when needed. 6-0 with 2 outs, 2 on. That's going to go across, find the corner, and strike. 2-1 now. Directions from the Jal side from Morales, the manager for Jal. A little high, was able to catch it and corral it. That was Butts, of course, Jayton. Once again, proving his athleticism as he's able to leapfrog up, but 3-1 now is the count. He was like a spring on that one, just able to lift up real quickly to get it. Hits that one high. It's going to be catchable if it's in right field, and that will be third out as it goes over to right field once again. But the damage has been done. It is 6 runs. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage, get all the numbers for you as we continue right here, bottom of the first after this.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
Carranza in right field. He was the one that caught that one, so good catch for Carranza. He had another one hit over there, but couldn't quite get it. But that time, got underneath it and was able to get it without any problems whatsoever. So we had 6 runs come in. Nobody or 2 left on base. It was 1 strikeout. And let's see, how many hits were there? I know there are a few walks. Four walks. That doesn't include hit by pitch. We also had, I think, a single as well. Actually, that was a double, but nevertheless, though, a hit, 2 RBI double. So 1 hit, 6 runs, 4 walks, had 2 left on base, 1 strikeout. We're going to go to the bottom of the first. The first one coming up is going to be Ben Moody.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, we are back into it as coming up to bat first. Once again, it's going to be Ben Moody. Moody's playing at second base. Followed him by the 8th grader, it'll be Trip Helmer. Of course, once again, Ben is a freshman. So, young team out there. First one goes across, will be a strike. Welcome everybody to Jal Baseball as we are at the bottom of the first so far. Just got started. That one's going to go high, ball 1. So didn't chase that one. Would have been over his head. Would have had to swung high. So good discipline on that one. 1-1 so far. Swung on a little early and missed. Strike 2. So take your time is what coaches say, or the manager says to Ben, as he's still learning to get better at this sport. That one goes across and will be strike 3. So the first strikeout for Malacon. He's had 14 so far. Now make that 15, and I can't believe that's been just 14 strikeouts for him, but he may be more like Greg Maddox, where he can just lure those players to either get a pop-up flyout or, well, most likely would do that, or just get it to where it's a shallow hit. In any case, first one's going to go across to strike 1. Trip Helmer up there right now. He's the 8th grader. Gonna swing that one and miss, and strike 2. He's not afraid to take on these challengers, especially a good pitcher like Malacon. But 0-2 is the count right now. Just needs to get his timing right. He should be able to get it. Got a timeout on here as the ump is fixing the equipment for the catcher. Probably had to get on real quick as he was on just a moment ago. On that one, good eye, as it is ball 1. 1-2 the count. Nobody on, 1 out so far. Once again, a nice day for baseball. Goes across, and that'll be strike 3, and Tripp knew it as he watched it go by. 2 up, 2 down so far, as coming up next is going to be Fernando Sauceda. Fernando is a sophomore. And then it'll be the freshman, Jayton Butts, after that, if he's able to. First one goes across, a little inside, ball 1. So got on the inside on that one. Looks like he tried to brush him off a little bit. That's usually what happens, but in most cases, I think it just got out of hand. Back to it again. Elijah. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. So 1-1 is the count right now. Two strikeouts already in the bottom of the first. And it is up to Sauceda, who's going to hit this ball. It's going to go up the middle and find the gap, and it's going to be good for a single. As he's able to do so. So 1 hit already, or so far. With 2 outs. Coming up next will be the freshman, Jayton Butts, who is in the position of catcher, the one with the nice spring in his legs. Maybe he can get something going with the bat. Get some offense started for the Panthers. Looks back to first. Going to get that one across. Strike 1. Fernando is a good hitter, but a little slow on the running, but then again, so was I. Second one gets across, is going to get hit, and that is going to be a foul, I believe. Oh, nope. It's going to get caught, and that'll be out number 3. Looked like it might have been in foul territory, but either way, I couldn't see it exactly, but nevertheless, the result ends that inning for the Panthers. So they were able to get 1 on. One was left on as well. So 1 hit, no runs, 1 left on base, no errors, 2 strikeouts, no walks. We're going to go to the top of the second. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage with this between Eunice and Jal. The Redbirds up 6-0. Be back in a moment right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thank you very much, whether you're watching it on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back as we get back into the game. It is going to be first one up, Randy Gallegos, who had walked, ended up scoring, hitting 500 for the season so far. And we'll be getting that first one a little off for ball 1. So 1-0 is that right now. Nice little breeze going on. That's going to be a little high as well. Ball 2. Seems to be losing it somewhere. If that's usually what happens, at least when I know. Kind of hold on to it too much, so try not to throw it too hard, maybe is what he should be told, but either way, that's the last time I'm going to be coaching about that. 2-0 is the count as the throw comes again. That one's going to be hit and foul, so nice delivery on that one, did get it across. 2-1 the count right now, so Salinas does have some ability to be able to get it across, so just needs to remember that. Sometimes you get forgetful, especially when you're down by 6, and try to force things. Don't force it, just let it come naturally. That one goes across. Ball 3. So 3-1 the count right now. Nobody on, nobody out. Guy goes up there right now. Randy waiting for it. He did get one foul ball. And will be walked. Randy will take his base at first. Coming up next is going to be Ethan Wilson. Ethan Wilson coming in with a monster .468 batting average as well. So they have a stacked lineup in the first 4. Almost all of them hitting 400 or better. Steals before the pitch is even thrown, if he would have noticed that. But did get the strike call, so nicely done, as it is Randy Gallegos stealing to second. 0-1 right now for the count for Wilson. Swing and a miss, strike 2. We already had one strikeout, and we're going to get the second one. We'll find out here in a second as Salinas has started to find his spot. So 0-2 for Wilson. That one goes across just a bit outside for ball 1. Runner still at second. Of course, that is going to be Gallegos. No outs so far. Just a bit outside, didn't chase it, ball 2. 2-2 is the count right now. Coming up next after Wilson will be Luis Zamora. Actually, Ethan also walked last time up. That'll be inside, ball 3. That'll be 3-2, full count. So 3 balls in a row after 2 good strikes. The runner did advance to third. So that is going to be hit foul. No change in the count. Do an update for you, and that is going to be in Lady Falcons at the bottom of the 4th lead 6-0 over the Eunice Lady Cardinals. Thanks for the updates from Evie. So this one's going to go across, swung on and fouled, still stays at full. Runner at third, wanting to get home. So back again, Salinas on the mound still. Looks over to third, will deal. That one goes across. He's going to strike him out. Second strikeout of the game as Wilson watched it go by. Out number 1, strikeout number 2 for Salinas. Coming up next, Luis Zamora. Zamora got hit by a pitch, one of the first of the 2 in a row. Hoping for better results. As this one gets jacked into center and will be caught for out number 2. Sacrifice is going to get Randy to come across. So second out from center field, but second out, and the run scores. I'll say it right. Of course, catching that ball was Lindman. And Lindman is rather young too. Let's see, he is... Strike goes across, freshman. He's a freshman. So Serrano coming up next, 348 is batting average. First one's going to go across for the strike. 7-0 is the score. 2 outs. That's going to go foul. And will be 0-2. So this could be a quick top of the second inning if we can get this final out. A little high though. Ball 1. Had it to give. Serrano back to the box. 1-2 for the count. A little low as it bounces across. 2-2. 2-2 on the way with another delivery from Salinas. See if we can get a strike here. That's going to go across. Did not find the corner. Ball 3. Full count once again. So full count. Nobody on. 2 outs. Swung on and hit right up to the center. It's going to go over to second. Is it going to be in time? No, but did get to the throw. Actually, no, it is going to be in time. Out number 3. The 4-3 did work. And that will be the final out of the second. Let's go to the bottom of the second, and we'll be back in a moment as I get figure out where I'm at. But I know I'm in Jal, New Mexico. We're also on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube. It's on the Jal Sports Network. Thanks again for being here. Be right back.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
So for the score, it was 0 hits, 1 run off of 1 walk. We also had a strikeout as well. No hits, or nobody left on base, and no errors. Bottom of the second, and it'll be coming up first will be Miguel Ramirez playing at left field. Miguel is a freshman. As you know, I'm a little ahead of myself. It'll be the pitcher, Isaac Salinas. And let's see, Isaac is a sophomore. Ramirez will be following Lindman. Lindman will be after Salinas, freshman. And then the 2 freshmen will be right after that. So first, the sophomore. First takes that one as a strike. 0-1 is the count for the pitcher. Once again on the mound is Malacon, who Elijah gets that one across for a strike. Strike 2. 0-2 is the count as Elijah is ahead. And Isaac still in it. Struck him out looking, and that'll be 3 strikes in a row for the strikeout. Out number 1. Coming up next is going to be Zaid Lemon, the freshman. Freshman is playing at center field. First throw from Elijah. Gets it across, and it'll be a strike. So he has really good control. Gets that strike zone rather nicely. It's just up to the batters now to be able to see where they can hit it. That one goes across, strike 2. Looked like it was a bit of a curveball that got inside. Either way, Lindman didn't think it was hittable until the last second. 0-2 once again. Low this time, definitely a ball. First one of the inning for Elijah. So 1-2 is the count right now. Nobody on, 1 out. And A 7-run deficit for the Panthers. Swung onto that one a little early, I believe. Either way, missed it. Strike 3. That'll be the second out of the inning. Went down swinging, though. So that next up will be Miguel Ramirez, the freshman, who is at left field. And then the right fielder will be next if he's able to get up there. First one gets across, low for the ball. 1-0 is the count for Lindman. Trying to get some cloud coverage, but it's over in the distance. Swung and missed. Strike 1. 1-1 is the count for Miguel. Get another delivery from Elijah. Hit backwards. Foul will count as a strike. So he needs to do that again if he wants to stay alive at 1 and 2. 2 outs already, nobody on. Bottom of the second. 7-run lead for the Redbirds. Hit this time straight back to Elijah. And he's just going to toss it over to first, and that will be in time for the out. So the 1-3 is going to end the inning. And that is going to be 2 strikeouts, no walks, nobody left on base, no errors. No hits and no runs. We're going to go to the top of the third. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It happens all right here on the JAL Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks again for being here.
Panther Energy is excited for the JAL Panthers and proud of all the JAL students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in JAL, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community. The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Getting ready for the third. Here it is. And we got the first batter up, and he's going to hit it. And it's going to go to left field. Can't see if it's because it was legal. And he's going to get to second. That'll be, let's see, Carlos Armendariz. So Armendariz quick with that hit and a double to get things started off in the top of the third. Coming up next is going to be Tyson Jones. Jones is the designated hitter. And he is going to be, he had a single. No, he got hit by pitch. That's right. First one's going to go high for the ball. So Dyson Jones, ball one on that one so far. Salinas looks back to second. Going to deal, gets this one hit right back to him. It's going to go off the middle in the gap. Find it in the outfield. And it's going to be at least a single. And now runners on the corners. So nice single for Jones. Armendariz is going to be at third base. And coming up next is going to be Aiden Baeza, who struck out. First strikeout of the game. We'll try again. Going to get the runner to go. That'll be Jones going to go to second. No contest on that one, so the runner at third, the Armendariz, would not steal home. Count's going to go to 0-2 as that one dribbles across. So Eunice still stealing bases. And it is right now Baeza still at bat. 2-0 is the count. High ball in that one, and it's going to be wild pitch, but it's going to get back quickly, so no run. And that'll be 3-0 for the count. Thank you very much for being here on this Saturday. Or if you're watching any other time, anywhere, you can watch it anytime, anywhere, just on the internet, Paul 4. So that will load the bases up. As it is Baeza on first, Jones on second, and Armendariz on third. Almost sounds like a bad joke. Morales coming up next to bat. Morales' his third time. He walked both times. Swing on that one. It's going to be hit high, and it should be catchable. And that is going to be out number one, as it was a pop fly out. Did not see who caught that. So I do apologize about that. I'm limited over there on my left-hand side, but I will try to work better on that one. Julian DeLone coming up, and he will take that first one for the ball. Once again, 588, one of the best hitters on the team. He's right now ahead of the count, 1-0. That's going to go. Quickly be recovered. Here we go with another delivery from Salinas. High on that one. See where we're at right here. I think we're at either 2-0 or 3-0. No call this time from the ump. 2-0. That one goes across. Strike. Nicely done as it goes down the pike for a strike. So 2-1. Still ahead of the count, though, is Julian. Strange stance, but it works for him as it gets this one deep over to left field. Going, and I believe it is gone for the homer from the left. Either that or a double. I think it was actually a double. So a ground rule double. I think that's what it's called. Or is it? Nope, he is. Okay, he is getting the, that's right. Haziel coming in to relieve him and run. But that is a double from DeLone. And an RBI to boot. So a run scores. 8-0 is the score. Coming up next is going to be Randy Gallegos. Randy's going to take that first one, goes across as a strike. So one on. And he's going to put this one up to center. Going to go back, trying to find it. No, it's going to go over his head. And it's going to go to the wall. Warning track as it goes. One's going to score. And two are going to score. So a base clearing triple is what we've got from Gallegos. So 2 RBI triple. We've got time as we've got a meeting on the mound. As I fix my numbers, it is 11-0 in the top of the third right now with just one out and nobody on. So let's fix that. Let's go and get us. Let's see. We're going to get a change in pitching. So Sauceda is going to warm up. While we do that, we're going to go ahead and pause. Thank our sponsors.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
So Salinas was able to get through 2 1/3 innings, but wasn't able to get through the 3rd inning. So 2 1/3 for him. And we are now in as we get Sauceda warming up. See if their fortunes change with the pitching change. And that should mean that Salinas is going to go to 3rd. But still catching for the Panthers. 11-0 right now. 1 out so far in the top of the 3rd. As the change for pitching goes on. Next up to bat would be Ethan Wilson. Wilson with a 468 coming in here, struck out last time and walked in his first appearance on the plate, or on the bat.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
All right, we are back to it as we get our first batter. Once again, our next batter, Ethan Wilson, will be facing Fernando Sauceda, who is relieving on this one after 2 1/3 innings for Salinas. And we're going to see the first throw. The left-hander gets it across. It'll be a ball. So Wilson back into it. That is going to be a foul, as you heard maybe. In any case, foul, that would be strike 1, so 1-1 is the count. There is actually 1 on with 1 out, runner at 3rd base. And that is right, that is going to be Haziel. Delivered across, swung on and missed, strike 2. Oh, or 1-2 is the count right now. That one's going to be swung on, missed, strike 2. That's his second strikeout of the game for Wilson, and that'll be out number 2. So that's right. Coming up next, Luis Zamora, who had a fly out to center last time up. Haziel is kept at 3rd after that wild pitch. That'll be ball number 1 for Luis Zamora. 1-0 the count. Trying to keep it tight, even though it is an 11-run lead for Eunice. That one goes back. They are number one for a reason, though, and they've got 16 wins to prove it. Goes to 1-1. Zamora once again hitting .365. His numbers have dipped a little bit since that time. That one's going to be a hit. Going to be going to left field. Going to find the gap, get picked up by the center fielder, and going to be thrown to second, but not in time. So a nice little double that is going to be for Zamora. So 2 outs, 1 on. Actually, of course, an RBI double. Don't forget that. And now we're up to 12-0. Coming up next, Serrano. Had a infield out, 4-3 was it, and swung on and missed, strike 1. Stolen the base is third now. Yep, he did, and that is going to be Zamora at third for the steal. 0-1 the count. 1 on now at third, low ball, 1-1 now. Back to 1-1. So it's hit by a pitch in the first time up, second time infield out. Panthers fans would like to see another out. That one goes low, ball 2. Two and one, the count right now. Looks like the Loving Eunice game is over. We'll talk about that in a moment as soon as we have a break. High ball 3 for 3-1 for the count. Runner at third, that's going to be Zamora. Sauceda has taken over, has 1 out, or yeah, 1 out so far. A little high ball on that one. That'd be ball 4. So Serrano is going to take his base off the walk. That'll put runners on the corners. Coming up next, Armendariz. Armendariz had a 2 RBI double in the first, and a double in the third, no, the second actually. First one's going to go across for the ball. One another count, 2 on the corners. Sauceda, going to swing on and miss on that one, or strike 1. Fernando on the mound right now against Carlos Armendariz. Looks over to first, delivers, swung on a miss, strike 2. So Fernando is ahead of the count at 1-2. That double last time he hit was off the first pitch. That's going to go across, a little low, ball 2. Scheduled for a doubleheader today between this Eunice #1 Eunice team. They are ranked, I believe, 20th in the state of New Mexico. Pretty good for a 2A team. That's going to go bouncing across and will advance Serrano to second. And Zamora is going to stay at third. So we've got a full count of 3-2. Oh, it goes across, and it'll be a walk. Bases loaded. As next up, it's going to be Tyson Jones. Jones was able to get a single last time up, and was hit by pitch the first time at bat. Could get an RBI or two if hit right, but he's got to make contact. Fernando with the ball, a little high on that one, ball one. So Tyson Jones, the designated hitter. We do have some cloud coverage, but not much. As time goes across, it will be strike one. So the sun not a factor so far as visibility, unless it's really high in the air. That could cause a problem for some. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That was a swing and a miss. Strike two. Sometimes when a batter gets on there with the bases loaded, gets eager and starts to swing at anything. Jones seems not to be doing that, but you never know. Swinging and hits this one. Going to be fouled. It's going to be catchable. It was, but not quite. So it didn't get caught. Stays alive at 1-2. Let's try to find it, but couldn't find it until it was too late. I don't think it was anywhere near his area anyway, but nevertheless, though, showing that he was still playing it till the play was over with. That's what you got to do. 1-2 is the count. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Top of the third. We have a 12-0 lead. That one goes across. Ball two. So we're at 2-2. Jones set on the backs on the box again. Backs. No. Box. That goes across. Full count now. I swear I'm from New Mexico, but sometimes I sound like I'm foreign. I'm from somewhere else, like Boston or England. I've done that once in a while. Anyway, back to the game. Hits this one. It's going to be a bouncer over to second, and it's going to be thrown to first. And that is going to be the out. See, I believe that's going to be, yep, that's going to mean out number 3 with the 4-3 from Jones. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. It's happening all right here. Don't go anywhere.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics. Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
All right, for those keeping score, 4 hits, 5 runs off of 3 left on base. There was no errors, 1 strikeout, and 3 walks. We are going to the bottom of the third. And Jal would like to get some runs coming in. Actually, at this point, they would like to get some hit. And it looks like we've got a change in pitcher. And let's see. I just noticed that. Nope, actually, it's still going to be Elijah. So just caught him off guard for a moment, or caught my eye off for a moment. It looked like he was a different player. As we're still in the first rotation. Carranzo coming up next. Let's see what he does with the bat, as he is playing right field today. First time I've seen him play. I know he's been on before, but doesn't get a whole lot of time. Swung and a miss this time for strike 1. So let's see what we can do with the bat. First time, swung on, missed. Let's see what this one does. It's this one foul, strike 2. A bit more like a defensive strike on that one, but nevertheless, 0-2 is the count. Hit and fouled once again to the backstop. Keeps the count 0-2. Elijah has a smooth delivery, gets it across pretty easily. Swung on and hits. Looked like it actually hit the ump, but no response. So tip foul, 0-2. A little high on that one, ball 1. So the final score was 15-0. Eunice loses to Loving Lady Falcons. It was 3-0 in the first. Second inning was scoreless for both sides. Third inning saw 3 runs come across for the Falcons. Well, this one gets hit finally, and it's going to go up to the middle and find the gap. And that'll be a single for Carranzo. So nicely done for the single, the second hit by a Panther. Coming up next will be the bottom of the order, Xavier Villa. Villa is playing first base today, as always. Let's see what he can do with the bat, as he has 1 on, no outs. First inside, moved back a little bit, and got the ball. Actually, he did get hit. All right, so it wasn't a ball, it was a hit by pitch. So get him on base. He is now at first, and Carranzo is at second. I thought that was a little close. It was. It grazed him, but nevertheless, gets him on base. Top of the order now, Ben Moody, but he struck out the first time up. Hopes for something better this time, as it gets first one will be outside for the ball. So a 12-run deficit, swung on, and that will be a strike. I think it was a strike anyway. I think he checked his swing. Nevertheless, though, 1-1 now. Something I could never do was check swing. Strike 2. So Elijah dealing down the middle once again, proving those fastballs unhittable. Choking up a little high on that one. Just a bit outside for ball 2. So 2 on, no outs. Time to get something going, a rally. And a freshman with a full count. So we can get the bases loaded with a walk, or if we get hit too, that'd be also nice. That is going to strike him out though, as he watched it go by. That's his second strikeout of the game. First out of the inning. And now we're on the 8th grader, Trip Helmer. Helmer struck out last time as well. Getting his grip ready. 2 on though, 1 out. That one goes across, a little high, ball 1. Elijah's still on the mound. He probably will pitch this whole inning, or this whole game, I mean. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Last time these two teams faced each other until the 5th inning, I believe it was, and then they got a couple of runs. Whereas that was when Elijah wasn't pitching. So now it goes to 2-1 for the count. So that was right. It was like 18-2 was the final score, I believe. Swung on a little high, and that was a miss. Tried to chase that one, and something you don't want to do as a hitter is try to. 2-2, though, is the count. Swung on and fouled. Made contact, but didn't get it going forward. Coming up next will be Fernando Sacita. Was in the circle. So 2-2. Here's delivery. Swung on and fouled once again. Hitting the ball, but not being able to connect it and get it to go forward. So that's a good start for this 8th grader. Once again, anything on the ground, it'll be runners moving on that one. Swung on a miss, strike 3. So went down swinging on that one for his second strikeout and the second out of the inning. Still have 2 on. They're still at second and first, respectively. And now we have Sacita coming up, who is now the pitcher, trying to see if he can help his own cause. First one's going to get hit to the left, and it's going to go all the way to the wall, looks like. And it could be a stand-up double, and it is an RBI stand-up double to boot for Sacita. Oh, actually, that was an out, so never mind. So thought that was a hit. Couldn't see it over there, but it was caught over at left field. Left field, of course, being played. That is going to be by Morales. So Morales made the out against Sacita. And that'll be the third out. We'll go to the top of the 4th. And we've got a game going on. 12-1 is the score. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Panther Network. Thanks for being here.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of good old Jal, New Mexico. Mamacitas, 301 South Main in Jal, is a proud supporter of the Jal community.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Jal has 1 run on the board as we go to the top of the 4th with 1 left on base, I believe, if you want to call that right. The runner that came across would have been first hit. So there was at least 1 hit, and that was, that's right, Carranzo, who had the double. So we go to the top of the 4th, and a comfortable lead for the Redbirds. That's coming up first is going to be let's see. Well, I've got number 1 on here, so I do believe that is a new batter. Oh, that is Aiden Baeza. Check my numbers, but I do believe that is Aiden Baez up there. Baeza hitting, last time it was 556, at least earlier in the season. 2-0 is the count. Oh, there it is. All right. Another delivery. This one's going to get back to him. It's going to go to the left-hand side over to near shortstop, but instead I believe third base is going to get it, but not before the runner gets to first. So no throw attempt. Single will be for Aiden Baeza, who was struck out the first and walked last time at bat. So top of the order once again for Isaac Morales. Morales has had a fly out last time up and was walked in the first. Throw back to first was in time, safe. One on, no outs. Go ahead and get him to second. He's going to throw to second, and that will be safe for the runner. Count is at 1-0. So Morales once again, another delivery. This time goes across. That'll be a strike. 1-1 is the count. Hits this one high. It's going to be high enough. Looks like it'll be fair. I mean foul, but catchable. And just short was Sauceda. So the foul will be a strike, 1 and 2. An opportunity to get another strikeout for Sauceda. No outs, 1 on. Looking back at second. Has the second baseman there, but goes ahead and delivers. It's going to be hit, and it's going to be high. It's going to go over to shortstop, who misses, even though he was right there. Hits it in his glove, but gets out. And Fernando Sauceda throws to third, but third baseman wasn't ready for that one, so it'll be an error on the throw. As coming across will be Aiden Baeza. Let's see, and the runner goes all the way to third off of that error. And that'll be Morales once again. So he had a single, but turned it into a triple. Coming up next, and there's talking about that as well for Julian De Leon. Third, the runner. Thanks the Eunice management. And then it's going to be back to Julian. Julian had an RBI double last time up. Before that, flew out to right. And also got on with a walk in the first. So back to it, 13-1, 12-run lead for Eunice, number 1 team in 2A. Swung on a missed, strike 1. Sun overhead. It's starting to go down a little bit, afternoon. Throw here, swung on, missed, and it'll be a foul, strike 2. Of course, with Loving and Eunice and the district, along with Texaco. It's not going to be easy for this young team to be able to get any wins. They haven't won in district in a few years, at least a couple. Swung on and missed, strike three, and that'll be a nice strikeout for Fernando, as that is out number one. Coming up next, Randy Gallegos. Gallegos had a triple, or a 2 RBI triple last time up. High on that one for delivery, ball one. Does have a runner at third. With one out. Deliver that one high, ball two. Gallegos improved on that with that double last time up. He's still around 500 for the batting average. Delivered way too high, but not enough to get the runner to go. And that'll be 3-0 now for the batter, Randy Gallegos, who has been playing second base today. Relief pitcher Sauceda going to deliver again. A little low on that one. Dribbler, ball four. Actually a bouncer, I should say. Lost that one on the throw, so we're going to get a meeting on the mound. See if we're going to get a substitution or what's going to be happening. Talking to the Sauceda, though, and trying to find out what's going on with him. Be back in a moment.
Mamacitas in Jal has a broad selection of specials. Try the Mexican food, asado, tamales, enchiladas, and so much more. At Mamacitas, you can have it all. Mexican food, donuts, and a steamy cup of coffee at the coffee shop. Mamacitas has authentic Mexican food from the heart of...
All right, that was a quick timeout. Coming up next is me, Ethan Wilson. Wilson last time struck out twice and was walked, so has not had a hit yet. Comes in with a .468 batting average. First one goes inside, ball one. So not every batter has done well so far this game for the Redbirds. 1-0, here we go. And low, ball two. I believe Loving is next for the Jal Panthers. Talk about that later on. That's going to be hit up the middle. It's going to go into center field. It's going to find the gap and go all the way back to the warning track in the wall. It's going to be picked up. It'll be 1 run scores as 2 run scores, and he finds his way to third, and it's going to stay there. So a 2 RBI triple for Wilson, and that is a good way to get back on the horse after being struck out twice. So 2 more runs come across. Now we have a 14-run lead. Back again is the manager. This time I believe he's going to take the ball away. And looks like it'll be over 2. Let's see, who is that? Looks like Ben Moody. If it is, the freshman is going to take over pitching duties from Sauceda. Yes, indeed. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage as Ben is warming up.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
The Woolworth
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
So we have our second reliever coming up, Ben Moody. He was at, excuse me, get all choked up about it. No, but let's see. He was playing at, I want to say, up second base. So it looks like Sauceda will be taking over second base. Still warming up. And we have Jayton still catching. So interesting to see. We've got the freshman going to step in from the sophomore. Let's see what he can do to get out of this. There we go, junior. And coming up first, or next, actually will be Luis Zamora. So 1 on, 1 out. We are in the top of the fourth. Thank you very much again for being here on this Saturday, or if you're watching afterwards, thank you very much as we get a little cloud coverage overhead. It's sparse, so it's partly cloudy. First one goes across, back, and we'll hit him on the foot. Hit by pitch. And that will avoid a run coming across. So Zamora will take his base after being hit. Next up will be Serrano. Serrano had a walk and an infield out. Before that was hit by a pitch. So Moody once again on the mound, throws and hits. Unfortunately, he is throwing behind the batters and getting them low. This time it was near the calf area. So 2 for 2 on that one. And now the bases are loaded. And it is not Carlos Armendariz now. It is another batter. So let's see. I've got him at Jace Matthews. So Jace Matthews is coming up to bat. First time up. Jace is going to get a high ball, didn't sink. I did actually, so ball, strike one. So first strike, third pitch in from his relief start. And Jace Matthews to bat. That one looked nice. Went across and hit the pike for a strike. So now it is 0-2, and all of a sudden he is ahead of the count against Matthews. So Ben, after a couple of bad throws, has found 2 strikes in a row. See if we can hit third. One goes across and does. Strike 3, so 3 straight throws for strikes. I know, right? I'm trying to make it difficult, but it does not. But nevertheless, first strikeout for Ben Moody. That is out number 2. So out number 2, one more to go. We've got bases loaded though. Bad situation coming up next is going to be, looks like a new batter. That'll be Isaac Malacone. So Isaac's in. First one drops across for a ball. And that might have been what the conversation was a moment ago about different batters. Second one goes across, a little high, ball 2. I know Isaac is under freshman or a freshman, I believe, if I remember correctly from basketball. 2-0 is the count right now. Swung on a miss as he loses his balance. Strike 1. Nice cut though. Base is still loaded. 2 outs though. And batting is Isaac Malacone. Trying to see if he can get something going with the bat. First time up. Swung and missed on that one. It was a little high. Chased that one for strike 2. Two and 2 is the count. 2 outs. Full bases loaded. Full bases. That one goes across. Strike. He got him looking. So that'll be out number 3. I'd strikeout number 2 for Ben Moody. So we've got the bottom of the 4th coming up. 15-1 is the score. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage. This is all happening right here on the Jal Sports Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks again for being here. We'll be back in a moment.
Iron Horse Sports Grill is now open. Burgers, wings, steaks, salads, pastas, oysters, and tons more, all delish. Check out their full online menu on Facebook under Iron Horse Sports Grill. Open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Saturday from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For takeout orders, just call 395-2109. That's 395-2109. Iron Horse Sports Grill, a taste you'll remember. 204 East Kansas Avenue.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
All right, we are proud to be here as well as we're at the bottom of the 4th. And let's see. Looks like we do have a change in pitching. So let's see who that is. As it's me, Isaac. Isaac's going to come in. So we went from one Malacone to another. From Elijah to Isaac. So we'll just say Isaac is on the mound, going to be pitching. As we're in the bottom of the 4th. So for that last one, it was 3 hits, 4 runs off of, let's see, that was 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, not to mention the hit by pitches, but have 3 left on base and 1 error, throwing error. And that is going to get us to 15-1, a 14-run lead for the Redbirds. So coming up first should be Mr. Butts, Jayton Butts coming up. for his second opportunity on at bat. He was out the first inning. He was the third out for the first inning. So let's go ahead and get started underway, and everybody's getting in place. Nice to see some production on the offensive side, but still a young team, so they get what they can get. Scheduled for 2 on today on a doubleheader. Here goes the first pitch. Going to be hit, dribbler, and it's going to go foul, looks like. Yes, indeed. To the left. So first one is a strike. Jayton back in the box. And the freshman catcher is going to try to see what they can do with the bat this time. Hits it to the right this time. This one's going to go right over to the person who's going to be batting next, Eunice. So luckily it didn't hit him. He was able to catch it. And it is now 0-2. Catcher behind on the count. Long delivery, and here is the pitch. I was going to go down the pike for a strike, so strike out for Jayton. Out number 1. Coming next, Isaac. Sophomore is going to try to see what they can do after striking out first time up. And that's going to go across for a strike. So Isaac is showing some good signs of pitching well, like Elijah was just a moment ago. Oh, that's going to go right over to the dugout. Heads up on that one. Looks like Fernando got that one. Got hit by it. Nice, giving back his souvenir. So foul makes it strike 2. Yeah, I went right over there to him, like a beeline. That's going to get hit over to first, and it's going to be in time, unfortunately, for out number 1, or 2, I mean. So hit a nice hit, but it went right over to first for out number 2. So 2 down, 1 more to go, and it's going to be... We have a new batter. Goes inside, ball 1. Let's see. Oh, that is Zaid Lemon, okay. I don't know why I've got him down. Just notice that. All right, so ball 1. Struck out last time at bat. Strike there, so it's going to make it 1-1. Delivery here. Going to be hit and foul. So that'll be a nice, unfortunately, strike 2. 1-2, but it does mean that he is getting some contact on it. Well, let's see. That'll be a strike 3 as he watched it go by. 3 up, 3 down on that one, as it is going to be the top of the 5th for Eunice as they are ahead 15-1. Let's go ahead and take a pause. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here on the Jal Sports Network, whether on HobbsAmerica.com or on YouTube. Thanks again for being here.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, supporter of all Lee County athletics.
So Isaac came in with no strikeouts on the season. I think he got his first 2 off of that one. So he has 2 now, as it was 2 strikeouts, no walks, nobody left on base, no errors, no runs, and no hits. And we go to the top of the 5th. And it is going to be continuing to be controlled by Eunice with a 14-run lead. See. There we go. Coming up first to bat. Let's see if I can read my chicken scratch. Well, they have been changing on the batters as well. So I believe Isaac is up next, but let me see. Nope, it is Aiden Baeza. So Aiden coming up. Had a single last time at bat. Walked and struck out in the first. So Baeza facing against Ben Moody. We'll check that. Actually, it doesn't look like Ben. Let me see. Nope, it is. First one goes across, swung on and missed, strike 1. So we've got the freshman facing against Baeza. And I had on the count 0-1. Oh, that's going to hit him in the shoe. So again, that's the third hit by pitch from Ben. Well, 2 out of 3 were on the foot. 1 was on the leg, but low on the leg. So nevertheless, it is going to be top of the order now. We've got a new batter. So number 20. As it's going to be David Maricuse. That one's going to go across for the strike. We go from number 10 to number 20. Manriquez. I'll figure it out. That one's going to be ball number 2. Oh, actually, it's going to be 1-1. That's what I meant. One on, no outs. Almost lost it there as he had to get his hat up low. Ball 2. Nice little day for baseball. Today is at least not windy like it was last week, the last 2 weeks actually. 2:40 coming up. And here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled. Will be a 2-2 count now. So 2-2, 1 on, no outs. David to bat for the first time. High ball makes it a full count, 3-2. as Moody is on the mound. Let's just call him Ben. I don't like to call him Moody. He's not moody. He's passionate. Goes across and finds it as it sunk down for the strike call. Out number one there with one on. Coming up next, looks like another new hitter as they're testing it out. Misa Brito. As they're giving their lineup some time, game time. That one goes high and didn't sink low enough that time for ball one. Moody likes that call. He's going to go ahead and throw. Ben's going to get that one hit. It's going to go high. Butts is going to try to find it. I think it's out of play, though. And so nice try, but in the end, it'll be a strike. So 1-1 is what we've got. So Brito back at it with one on, one out. Gonna get that one, and then it's going to be foul, tip foul for strike two. Moody has been on for one inning so far. That one gets hit right back to first. Is not played well and cannot throw it back because there's nobody there. So it'll be an error. Unfortunately, that is on Xavier Villa. That means Aiden goes to second, and runner is safe at first. Coming up next, it's going to be Randy Gallegos. Gallegos is going to be batting again. Gallegos had a 2 RBI triple last time up. First one's going to go across a little high. Nicely done as Jayton was able to get into the throw and get it before it went wild. Caught it, but a ball. So 1-0 is the count. Here comes delivery with 2 on and hit up the middle right back to the pitcher. Goes into the gap, finds his way into the outfield, and that will be a single. And 1 run will score. So an RBI single for Randy. And that scores Aiden. So runners at first and second now. Actually, no, that was a double. So that was a double, not a single. But nevertheless, though, runners at second and third. As Randy is at second. Ethan is going to come up next. It won't be Ethan. Let's see who this one is as he gets ready to bat. It'll be Alex Nieto. So Alex will be in now. First one goes low, bounces across, ball 1. All right, so a run came across. Actually, 2 runs come across. So yeah, that's right. It was a 2 RBI double. So 1 on right now, as he is at third, looks like. Yes, indeed, stole to third. And it is Alex Nieto with a 2-0 count. Instead of Ethan Wilson. Swung on and missed. Actually hit it. Foul. Just barely got a little piece of it, but nevertheless, it'll be a strike. Either way, it would have been a strike. So 2-1 the count for Alex. Got one on at third, one out. We're at the top of the fifth. A 16-run lead for Eunice. That one's going to be swung on and hit. Foul. Strike two. Looks like this game may not go past 5. But we still have the opportunities. Back to it. Moody on the mound still. Goes across. Ball. Full count. So 2-2. Or sorry, full count. Runner at third. Outside walks Alex with ball 4. So runners on the corners. That's coming up next. It will be Luis Zamora. Zamora got hit by a pitch last time and had a an RBI double. And that was in the 4th. High ball on that one, ball 1. Zamora taking a timeout, talking to his coach for a moment before he gets back. Manager gave him a pat on the back. Time again. Did we just get an out call on that one? Huh. I don't see the third base runner anymore. Just stepped up as you saw. Well, actually, there was nobody on third. That's right. Never mind. I think that was a warning either way. That's going to be hit. It's going to go right over to second base and be caught easily. That is going to be nicely done by Sauceda for out number 3. But now before the damage is done, and that was an out there before. He's messing with the bat boy now. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 17-1 for the score. Be back in a moment as we continue coverage. This is all happening right here on the Jal Sports Network. Don't miss anything.
The Woolworth Community Library is a proud supporter of the Jal Panthers. They are excited to have their kids back into schools and in sports, all while staying safe. The Woolworth Library staff encourages you to swing by the library and check out all of the cool stuff just for kids. Great reads for all ages. Call 575-395-3268 for library hours and online resources. The Woolworth Library, a proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve. Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics.
Miguel Ramirez on the batter's box, getting ready to start the bottom of the 5th, as we are at now 17-1. That one goes across for the ball. Thanks again for being here on this glorious Saturday, or the day that you're watching right now. And that first one, like I said, was the ball. That one's down the pike for a strike. Little grunt from Isaac as he threw the ball. So 1-1 now. Strike 2 as we hear the sounds from the pitcher. He's putting some oomph into it. Struck him out looking, and that's going to be the 3rd strikeout for Isaac. Coming up next is going to be Carranzo. Carranzo was actually able to get a hit, and it was a double. Swung on a miss, first one, strike 1. So 1 out and nobody on. Bottom of the 5th. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Lazy swing on that one as it goes across for Carranzo. Coming up, Xavier Villa, the first baseman, is going to be coming up next. Swung on and possibly a drop 3rd, but either way, strikeout number 3 for out number 2. So coming up next, first baseman and junior. He is, he is the only, or he is the oldest of the bunch, unless Carranzo is, I don't know, but first one goes across, down the pike for a strike. Has the most experience, that's what I'm trying to say. So 0-1 for the count. 2 games scheduled for the day in the middle of a doubleheader. First one's still going on. That one's going to be a ball called as it goes outside. Let's see, last time these two faced each other, was 18-2, so Eunice put up 18. Right now it's 17. 2-1 is the call. Foul ball goes back. 2-2 now. So not feeling a whole lot of wind. Don't seem a whole lot. It is blowing a little bit out. So a hitting wind, but not enough to carry, I believe. Not like yesterday in Hobbs. That one goes across, and strike 3. They had at least Roswell and Hobbs had a couple of strikes, or a couple of home runs each. As we go to, let's see, let's find out. As that was the 3 strikeouts and the 3rd out. Team looks like they're lining up for for the shakedown. That usually means we've just got one. So that will be it, looks like. I'll double check though, but I'm going to make sure. But I think that's going to be it. We've got a game of 18 to 1. I'm looking about the last game, 17 to 1. We'll be back in a moment as we continue coverage right here for Eunice and Jal.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, all Lee County athletics.
All right, looks like the streak is going to continue for the Eunice Cardinals. I don't think there was really much of a doubt about that. They're going to go to 17-1, 6-0 in the district, and they're going to get their 17th win in a row after losing the first one at the beginning of the season. Sometimes seasons don't start the way you want it to, but nevertheless, though, it is a 5-inning game, and that's pretty much it. We had 6 runs in the first for Eunice officially. 0 for Jal. 1 run in the second inning for Eunice. None in the second inning for Jal. Third inning saw 5 come across for Eunice, while 1 did finally come across for Jal. So that made it 12 to 1. 3 more came across in the fourth and 2 in the fifth, 17 to 1. And it was 11 hits, no errors for Eunice. Meanwhile, it was just officially 1 run, 3 hits. So they did get 3 hits. And 1 error for them. Sauceda had 2 hits, 1 RBI, and it was Isaac Salinas who had 2 innings pitched, 12 earned, or ERA is what he ended up with, and 2 strikeouts. So for Jal, it was a batting average of 188, had a on base percentage of 235, ERA of 23.8 for the team. Fielding percentage, 944. It's not too bad. Runs, 1. Hits, 3. Once again, 1 raw RBI come in, and a slugging percentage at 250 with 1 double. So I did get that right. So that is going to be it for today. Appreciate you being here as we conclude another great day of baseball in Jal, New Mexico. Eunice once again wins 17 to 1. Let's take a break for a moment. Be back. I'm going to make sure everything is set properly. As we do so, of course, we're going to thank all of our sponsors, without whom, of course, we would not be able to put these on the air. Thanks again.
The staff of the Jal Public School District is proud of their Jal Panthers. Those late practices, hard work, and dedication paid off. Go Panthers! Jal schools have continually provided a quality education and safe environment for the students. Jal Public School System is on the move. Are you ready? Jal Public Schools, another proud sponsor of all Lee County athletics and academics.
All right, once again, thank you very much for being here, and we are going to wrap this thing up because it is over. One game, and Eunice once again victorious, reaching 17 wins in a row for the season, and that means also 12 losses in a row for the Jal Panthers. For myself, my name is Ron Gunner. Thank you very much again for joining us, whether you're here or it is the delay afterwards. I appreciate you being here. Thanks again to Evie Stuber for the updates on the scores, as well as making sure this thing goes through. On No Mark Broadcasting, of course, is always for free. And once again, we'll have a game again. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check the schedule. I want to say it's Tuesday is the next game for us. Eunice will be playing Texaco. Jal is going to be playing in Eunice. That'll be the softball game. And let's see. So Jal will be playing in Loving, 112 versus 8 and 8. And that'll be happening on Tuesday. 4:30 is the start time, looks like. And it shows a doubleheader. So we will either be in Loving or we'll be, of course, I think Eunice is going to be covering the softball Jal game. So don't have to worry about that as much. But nevertheless, though, next time we're on, of course, make sure you keep up with us on the Facebook page, whether it's on Cool 95.7, it is on KPZA. We also have the announcements on the Eagle and Kicks 103, along with KZOR 94, Z94, that is. So for myself, for the crew at No Mark Broadcasting, once again, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back again, and we'll be covering Jal Sports on the Jal Sports Network, whether you're on HobbsAmerica.com or YouTube. Have a great weekend out there.
Panther Energy is excited for the Jal Panthers and proud of all the Jal students' great success this year. Panther Energy is your one stop for construction, dirt work, and environmental remediation. Panther Energy, 1179 South 3rd Street in Jal, or call 575-395-2654, 575-395-2654 for more information. Panther Energy, a